16 here. If the point A is located at negative 3, 2, well, negative 3, that's 1, negative 2, negative 3, and up 2. This is our point A. And A prime is the image of A after being rotated about the origin by 270. What are the coordinates of A prime? Well, we know if this is at negative 3, 2, anytime we cross an axis in a rotation, that inside the parentheses, the X and the Y change places. Now, in quadrant, and we just then apply the sign. So in quadrant 3, they're going to switch. It's going to be negative 2, negative 3. They're going to switch again when they cross the y-axis going over here. Now that's a 90, and then we come over here and we're at 180. So we go 3, 2, and the 2 is going to be negative because right here we see the x is positive and the y is negative. We also see that diagonally, inside the parentheses, the numbers are lined up the same, which means diagonally here, we're going to be at 2, 3, over 2 and up 3. And we're going to be, after a 270 rotation, this A prime is going to be right here where this R is, and it's going to be 0.23. So as you can see, diagonally inside the parentheses, the X and the Y, the numbers line up the same, and diagonally here they line up the same. And then what you do is just depending on what quadrant you're in, and we needed to cross this quadrant here, you just apply the signs. Now we started here, and a 90 degree would be in the quadrant 3, 180 would be in the quadrant 4, and we know that 180 is a diagonal movement, okay? And then 270 brings us up to quadrant 1, and we're right here at A prime 2, 3. This would take, across here would take us back to 360. We went 270 counterclockwise, and we're at 2.23. Okay, translation for problem 13 here. Z is at negative 5, negative 4. It's negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is Z right here. B is at negative 4, 1, negative 4, and there's 1. So that is V. And then H is negative 4, which is right here, and that is H. And then we have a translation that says basically move right 2 on the horizontal and move up 2 on the vertical. So we go right 2, 1, 2, and up 2, 1, 2. And that's going to be V prime. Here we go Z, 1, 2, and up 1, 2. And there's Z prime. And H is 1, 2, and up 1, 2. And that is H prime. Algebraically, we can see that if we go X, Y becomes X plus 2 and Y plus 2. We can plug any of the points in. It should come out the same. Let's do V. V started at negative 4, negative 1. So negative 4, negative 1. So if we use substitution here and go negative 4 for our original X plus 2, and then negative 1 plus 2 for our Y, we end up, well, negative 4 plus 2 is going to be negative 2, and negative 1 plus 2 is just going to be a positive 1. So we should end up with V prime at negative 2, 1, and of course, negative 1, 2, and up 1, we're at V prime. So now that works. That will work for any coordinate just by substituting in your X or Y here and doing the math and then taking the new point. Okay, 14, rotation 180 degrees about the origin, starting at this point. So that looks like an I to me. So negative 2, 0, negative 2, 0. We'll call that I. Negative 3, 4, negative 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. This is W, and E is over 2 and up 3, 1, 2, and up 1, 2, 3. Now we see we have a triangle here that's in essentially quadrant 1 and quadrant 2 with I being on the y-axis, or excuse me, the x-axis. So we're going to go 180 degrees each of these points. So E's are going to go, that's 90. Then over here is 180. And obviously we know a 180 is going to be a diagonal. Now E was 2, 3. We crossed once and we crossed once again. So it came to 3, 2 here and back to 2, 3 here. So it's going to be negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, 2, 3. This is going to be E prime. Okay. I is going to go 180. So from I we go 90 to this axis and then 90 to this axis. We changed twice, so it's ended up being at 2, 0, which is right here. So that's I prime. Okay, because down here it would have been 0, -2. So 0, -2 would have been right here from the first 90-degree rotation and up here at 180. W, we're in quadrant 2, which means we're going to end in quadrant 4 with a 180 rotation, which again is diagonal, so that works. And we're at -3, 4, so it's going to be 4, 3 here and 3, 4 here. It's going to be positive 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. So W prime will be right here. All right, and again, anytime in a rotation, anytime we cross an axis, X and Y changes places, and then you apply the sign for the particular quadrant. In this case, quadrant 1 is plus plus, quadrant 2 is minus plus, quadrant 3 is minus minus, quadrant 4 is plus minus.